Well, good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome to our November the 12th City Council meeting. I now call this meeting to order. I trust that your cell phones have been put on silent, and I'm putting mine on silent right now before I forget it. At this time, I'm going to ask Councilman Ledford if he would lead us in the pledge and invocation if he so desires.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. We have no special presentations this afternoon. Could I get a motion on the minutes? We have a motion for the minutes and a proper second. With no objections, they'll stand as recorded. Council, if you would glance at your agenda for this week, we have one final reading. Mr. Attorney, yes. And I'm assuming we've got all the kinks worked out. We don't need any kind of a amendment to this.
No other amendment. There will be a certification that will be filed on a summary for the election commission.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
All right. Looking under ordinances first reading, we do have a couple. Any questions or comments on any of these items?
I'll wait till Parks and Public Works.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. We do have Parks and Public Works Committee this afternoon. Moving into resolutions, several under council office, several appointments, and then moving on through economic development, and the mayor's office has a couple of appointments as well. And then our Parks and Public Works items will be covered in committee. Anything under resolutions that need to be brought to the council's attention at this time? If not, moving into next week's proposed agenda on November the 19th. Our items on first reading will become final, and then we will have one item under first reading for that week, under planning. Councilman Smith.
Thank you, sir. We will not have one item next week under planning. I have spoken with the applicant, and there has not been sufficient enough time to work out the details and meet with the community prior to us taking a vote. So just a heads up, I will be moving to defer this to December 3rd at the time that we have to vote on it, sir.
Okay. So next week, you're going to defer that
Correct.
to December 3rd. Okay. All right. Moving into resolutions. Again, a couple of appointments. And then we have Human Resources, and then our Parks and Public Works will be covered in committee this afternoon. Any other resolutions on next week's agenda that needs to be brought to our attention? If not, council, are there any questions concerning our purchase items for this week? Any questions concerning any of our purchase items? If not, we'll move to future considerations. And let me know by hitting your light if there's any concerns on any future consideration item. All right, Councilman Ledford.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just one item, 9A for Phil. Phil, does that have any fiscal bearing, or is it just adding a source?
Just adding to the source. There is no fiscal.
That's it. Thank you, sir.
All right, is that it, Councilman?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, we will have Parks and Public Works Committee today. Before we go into that, I do want to announce, I've talked to several council members, and it seems as though the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, 11/26, we will have several that will be absent. So we are going to cancel our council meeting for 11/26. So if you would mark that on your calendar, no council meeting on 11/26. And looking ahead to December, we will cancel our December the 24th meeting as well as our December the 31st meeting. So that will take us through the month of November and December. All right, is there anything else that need to be brought to the council before I turn it over to Parks and Public Works? We will need, Mr. Attorney, is that correct?
Just a brief one.
A
Yes, sir.
brief attorney-client privilege, so we will recess after Parks and Public Works. Councilman?
Thank you, Chair. Welcome to the Parks and Public Works Committee. Can we accept the minutes? Madam Clerk. 8A, please.
An ordinance closing the boundary of unauthorized right-of-way at Henry Block of Illinois Street as detailed on the attached maps, subject to certain conditions.
Vice Chair.
Thank you. So this mandatory referral is in my district, and there are some conditions recommended for it, including that the area is reserved for, that we preserve the utility easement, and that the area for the utility easement must be kept free and clear of all structures. I need some official definitions about what is and is not a structure, because the express purpose of the application is for people to build fences over these boundaries. So whoever can answer that for me.
So I had communication regarding the conditions, and so there's one that regarding a reserving an easement, and that's coming regarding sewer, and the other is for South Central Bell. And heard from Colleen Walsh that as for sanitary sewer easements, all three we mentioned, for example, and the examples are that a fence, play set, and a tool shed are considered structures. We don't allow any structures within our easement other than pavement.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that makes a lot of sense, because if we needed to dig there, it would be a real problem to move somebody's fence and be all manner of gnashing of teeth. Okay.
You good, Vice Chair?
Yes, I am, and I probably will be reaching out to the applicant to make sure they know they should not have fences where they have already built fences. Thank you.
Madam Clerk, 9K, please.
A resolution authorizing the Department of Parks and Outdoors, the flag, and awarded and set the grant of $50,000 from the Tennessee Department of Health's REACH grant to help the renovation design for George Washington Carver Park with a local match of not more than $50,000.
Okay. I see no hands. 9D, please.
A resolution authorizing the administrator for the Department of Public Works to award contract number E24017-201 City Hall Annex Environmental Abatement to E. Luke Green Coat, Inc. of Strawberry Plains, Tennessee, in the amount of $49,100 with a contingency in the amount of $5,000 for a total amount of $54,100.
Thank you. E, please.
A resolution authorizing the administrator for the Department of Public Works to award contract number E21020-201 PNC Construction of Chattanooga, Tennessee, Kelly Building Improvements in the amount of $1,296,852 with a contingency in the amount of $130,000 for a total amount of $1,426,852.
Thank you. F and G, please.
A resolution authorizing the administrator for Department of Public Works to award contract number T15010 to Tally Construction, Inc. for the manufacturer's ham gateway in the amount of $4,223,798.87 with a contingency in the amount of $425,000 for a total amount not to exceed $4,648,798.87. G, a resolution authorizing the execution of change order with Alfred Benish and Company to provide engineering services for contract number T15024-101, Shalford Road, Airport Road to Jersey Pike, widening project project and include additional permitting work due to unforeseen wetland impacts that will result due to the project for an amount not to exceed $7,159.
H, please.
A resolution authorizing the administrator for the wastewater department to approve change order number 2 with Reeves Young LLC of Dalton, Georgia for contract numbers W17023-201 and W18008-201, MBWWTP improvements, Schedules A and B, due to the additional Onyx tank pumping power line repairs, micropile modifications, wiring investigations, and an abandonment of existing infrastructure for an increase of $1,510,594.10 for revised contract amount of $10,910,204.63.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this time, we have a presentation from River City Company, Reindeer on the Riverfront event.
We have some images that we were going to share. Thank you all for having me. I'm Dawn Jelsa. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Communication at River City Company. We are honored to help put on one of the largest events now in Chattanooga. The Lighted Boat Parade has been going on for this will be the 44th year of the event. After COVID, during the One Riverfront planning process, we really heard from the community that they wanted to see more activities for locals to do. And this, we partner with Chattanooga Presents, and historically it had been about a 3,000 to 5,000 person event that would draw crowds the day after Thanksgiving. And so by adding elements that we heard from the community to this event, including real life reindeer, pictures with Santa, we have holiday actors that come. We have exponentially grown this event to about 15,000 to 20,000 people. So hopefully everyone from the council has someone from their district coming to this event. It really is one of the iconic holiday traditions here in Chattanooga. And so we're just really honored that you all allow us to come and share a little bit. I think we have a couple more pictures. If you haven't been recently, so Irwin Marine Sales really takes on the Lighted Boat Parade for us. And then lastly, we have a grand fireworks show sponsored by the Southern Belle. And so it's a way for those organizations to give back to the community that support them year round as well. So I'll turn over to Monica.
Good afternoon, Council. It's Monica Kinsey from the Parks and Outdoors Department. We request permission to turn in a resolution for November 19th for the waiver of the fees for the park.
Yes. Council, Chairman Anderson.
Thanks, sir. So I think, yeah, there we go. I think this, this also has to go before CDRC, correct?
Yes, sir. It's scheduled for next week.
And, okay. All right, so I have no objections for this being placed on the 19th if there's no objection from the council. This is a great event that draws a lot of people, so if there's no objections, we can place this on the agenda for the 19th then.
No objection? No objection.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We look forward to this event. Thank you. To Scott Martin, I don't see him, I don't see Jeremy, but to everyone in Public Works and Parks Outdoors, you guys do an outstanding job. Continue the good work. Thank you. And at this time, we'll have a attorney-client meeting.
Yeah, let's adjourn till 4:15.
4:15.